Hey guys, so today we are working on main point and supporting details, which goes along with the central idea and details that we have been working on. So we're going to do this, but we're using this time our North America article because we're already familiar with this article. We've been reading it all week to submit our questions and to learn more about the geography. So I figured this would be a great time to use this article to continue on with our main point or central idea and supporting details. So hopefully you have downloaded this PDF onto your computer or you have printed it out so that we can fill this out together. We will do most of it together and then there'll be a part where you will finish it so that you can upload this document to your assignment to get credit today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys already know, we have read our North America article. Our North America article gave us lots of different geography points about North America, which includes Canada as well as the United States. You talked about the physical geography. We taught or read about the northern reaches. We read about the Great Lakes. We've read about temperate forests. We've read about the Columbian Exchange. We've read about native cultures and human settlements. And the last one is North America's hot climate, which we've experienced this past weekend. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up here. We're going to use these details in our graphic organizer together. So let me go ahead and stop right here because that's the very first one. And let's go back to our form here that we're going to be filling out together. So main point and supporting details. Okay, so let's go ahead and put for our headline that, let me move that actually, I don't like that there. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. You're basically just putting the title here. Okay, what's the title of our article? There we go, that's better. So we're going to put geography, and this is North America. We don't know who the author is. I don't think it says on here, but we could check real quick. Nope, no author. Maybe it says it on the very bottom. I don't want to scroll all the way down to make you dizzy, but if you want to check to see if the author is at the very bottom, that would work. Let me make this lighter because it's very distracting. Okay. And if we had all of this information, like you would normally have this on a news article, you would fill this out. But because this article was generated from the internet and from other teachers, we don't have that information right now. That's okay. Let's continue on. Write one of the main points of your article in the middle shape. Write the supporting details in the surrounding shapes. So here is where we're going to put our central idea. What is this article mainly about? What is the focus that the author is trying to convey here? So for instance, with our Octodefense article, the central idea was the 6 defense mechanisms that octopus have. Fact, I looked it up, octopi is wrong. It is octopuses, or they call it octopod, I think, but octopi is incorrect. So I was wrong on that. But so we're looking for the central idea of the article on North America. So obviously it's on North America, but what is it specifically on in North America? Do you guys have any thoughts? I know you can't tell me because this is a video, but I want you guys to think about what would be the central idea of this article. Definitely North America. And think about the title. It is the geography of North America. So that's what we're going to put right here. The geography of North America. And we could also include that it's not just the geography, but just how large and how beautiful North America is, because it is very much stated in the article how vast North America is. So you could also put that the geography of North America is large and beautiful with many terrains, you know? So actually, I'm going to put that in there. The geography, so let me actually back up here because now that I'm thinking out loud, and this is why we brainstorm together, there's actually some good points here. The geography of North America is large, beautiful, with many terrains. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to start listing some of those details. So I'm pulling these details right from the article. So the article has different subtitles. One subtitle is the physical geography. Another subtitle would be the northern reaches. Another subtitle was the Great Lakes. And then there was the temperate forests, the Columbian Exchange, the native cultures, human settlement. All of those are subtitles. And so now in these little boxes or circles, excuse me, we're going to put these subtitles in with maybe just like a quick word of the detail. So I'm going to change my color. Oh, I like to change this too because I feel like it can be kind of distracting. There we go. So I'm going to change my color here and let's go to blue now to represent the details. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to put one of those subtitles. So I'll put physical. Oh, it stayed red. Hold on, let me try again. But I chose blue. Oh, I see what it did. Technology. I'm tired tonight. Let me go ahead and fix that. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Let's do the lettering in blue. There we go. The box is gonna be in white. All right, here we go. No, I don't want it there. Here we go. Okay, that's better. Let's go ahead and put physical geography. I'm gonna have to put it on the next line because it's taking up so much space. Geography. And then I would put, for instance, the Great Plains. And then another one was the mountain ranges. There we go. So physical geography was the subtitle, and then just a few details from that subtitle would be the Great Plains and the mountain ranges. All right, next one. We'll go up here, and the next one would be the northern reaches. And an idea about the northern reaches was that includes Canada and the Arctic zone. And then it also includes the tundra and the taiga. All right, another subtitle was the Great Plains. And what we knew about the Great Plains is they were made from glaciers from the Ice Age. There's 5 lakes. And then, oops, and they flow into the Atlantic. Flow into the Atlantic Ocean. Eventually, right? Oh, Niagara Falls too. That was interesting. Okay, and then another one would be, I'm going to come back over here. And another one would be, the temperate forest. Temperate forest. And some information about the temperate forest is it includes the deciduous trees. I know I spelled that wrong. I think it's an E right here. Oh, I was still wrong. Next would be it's home to many animals. They talked about black bears in the article. Home, wrong one. Home to many animals. All right. And then like you could do two, I'm not going to fill these in because there is some parts that you need to do independently. But you could do two more subtitles here. You choose which ones you want to do. Maybe human settlement was really fascinating to you, so do it on human settlement. Or maybe the Columbian Exchange was pretty interesting to you, so go ahead and fill these next two spots with two subtitles that you like. And that goes for up here. You don't have to do these subtitles. I'm using them as an example. You could choose to do a different subtitle and details here. That is completely up to you. I'm sorry, it looks like it's scratched out, but it just didn't line up with the lines. Not so nicely like this one did. Okay, so you're gonna fill out those last two bubbles, okay, before you turn it in. But there's one more section that we're gonna do, and that is now we're gonna take our main points and our details and we're gonna turn them into a summary. You guys have been writing summaries for your journals, so I felt like this would be really good to help us in writing our summaries because again, you guys can use this to write your book summaries when after reading. You can do it for article summaries. So you can do it for a lot of different things. So I want to show you how to do this based off the North America geography article. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our headline again. It's geography, and it's North America. Okay, so we're going to go back up to our main idea, which we already did here, and that is the geography of North America is large, beautiful, with many terrains. So I'm just going to rewrite that here because it is perfect. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch of sentences. It could just be one or two, depending on how much you want to say. Okay, so yep, the geography of North America is large, beautiful, and has many terrains. And you can use a wider variety of vocabulary to describe North America. You don't have to use the words that I use. I had originally said vast. Vast is another word to say large. It's probably larger than large when you think about the definition of vast. You can use a different word than beautiful. And so you get to choose your adjectives to describe North America. Okay, so now I'm going to choose three to do. So which ones do I want to do? You get to choose your three. They don't have to be the same three as mine, but I'm going to do this to show you as an example. I think I'm going to do the physical geography and the Great Plains. So those two for sure. So I'm going to do physical geography. Yeah, it didn't fit. Okay, let me write on the next line. Geography. And so I would want to talk about, let me see some of the details I already wrote up here. I'm going to talk about the Great Plains and the mountain ranges. So I'll put Great Plains, mountain ranges. If you remember something else about the physical geography, you can add that in also. But right now I'm just kind of writing down notes because in the last part is when I'm going to write my summary, which is just going to be one paragraph. Okay, so my next supporting detail is going to be on the Great Lakes. So I'm going to put that in here. So great. Why does it always do that? I'll try it again. There we go. Great Lake. And so I'm going to talk about how there are 5 lakes. Let me see what other details I put up here on my planning sheet. Oh, I realized I put plains instead of lakes. Haha, that's okay. You guys understand what I was doing, right? They're glaciers and they flow into the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so let me go ahead and write that. There we go. They came from glaciers, from the Ice Age, and they flow into the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, now I'm going to choose my last one. Let's see, which one do I want to do as my last one? I think I'm going to do the temperate forests. So I'll do, there we go, temperate. I'm not spelling right tonight. Can you guys tell I'm tired? Temperate forests. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to put some details about the temperate forest. Let me see what I wrote up here. Oh, deciduous trees and home to many animals. Okay, maybe it's deciduous trees. Oh, I still spelled it wrong. And home to many animals. Okay, so now that I have my main idea, my main point or central idea, and I have my supporting details, I can now go ahead and write my summary. So I'm going to write my summary in red so it'll be a little bit easier to see, hopefully. Oops, wrong one. I want that one. There we go. And that one, white. Okay. So I'm going to start with my first sentence. So which I already wrote because I wrote it in my planning sheet and I wrote it on this planning sheet too. The geography of North America is, I'm going to use one of my vocabulary words, vast, beautiful, and what else did I say? Vast, beautiful, and has many terrains. Many terrains. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with my first one, my first supporting detail, which is the physical geography. So I'm going to talk about the Great Plains and the mountain ranges. North America, so I'm going to put those into sentences. North America has, no, I'm not going to put has, I'm going to use a better word. Features Great Plains and several mountain ranges, including the famous Sierra Mountain. Oops, I didn't spell that right. Oh wow, I'm really spelling wrong tonight. Other way. Sierra. I'm not spelling right today. Nothing looks right. How come I can't remember? I need to go back. I'm having trouble remembering. Does it say it in here? The Sierra Mountains? Well, it talks about the Rocky Mountains. So maybe I'll change it to the Rocky Mountains, which does include the Sierras. Okay, so I'm going to go back. That's why we need our article. Sometimes we have to go back and reread. Even Mrs. Collins does. So I'm going to put the Rocky Mountains instead because they talk about the Rockies. Rocky Mountains. And then I'm just going to include one more sentence about that, saying that the Great Plains harvest, and then it talks about it harvest grain crops like corn and wheat. So I'm going to put that in there. Harvest grain crops like corn and wheat. And there we go. Then my next sentence is going to introduce my next detail. So I'm going to talk about the Great Lakes. Okay. The next, like how I use that transition word or transition sentence or phrase, excuse me, transition phrase. The next feature in North America is the Great. Actually, I should capitalize this because it's a place. Great Lake. A Great Lake consists of 5 separate lakes. These lakes were made from melting glaciers developed in the Ice Age. And then, what else did I put? Oh, flow into the Atlantic Ocean. So let me see which ones flow into, because not all of them do, but it did talk about which ones. Let's see. About Niagara Falls too. Lake Michigan, Lake Erie. But okay, so between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario are the Niagara Falls. Okay, so they're, even though they're separate, they're all kind of connected, but the last one is Lake Ontario, and that's the one that goes to the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so let me put that in here. These lakes were made from melting glaciers developed in the Ice Age. Once the water flows through Lake Ontario. Oh, I ran out of room. Let me go next. Ontario. Sorry, guys, if this is hard to see. It flows to the Atlantic Ocean. There we go. And then I'm now going to include my details from the last one. But again, I'm not going to do this last one because that's where you come in. You do need to do some of these independently. You may have chosen different details to talk about, which is completely fine. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. But look how long my paragraph is becoming. I still have at least 2 more sentences to write. And then most likely, in summaries, you don't have to put a conclusion, but I can use a transition sentence or transition phrase for my last sentence, like last, right? Or finally, that would be a good transition phrase to finish up my paragraph. So yours is going to look something like this. You'll probably write smaller, so it won't go as much off the page as mine. You could also do this on a separate piece of paper if you need more room. But you are going to finish up your summary of the text. So you have 2 things to do. You're going to finish up your bubbles, and you are going to finish up your summary. You're going to either take a picture and submit it through Canvas, or you are going to take a video and submit it through Canvas, or you're going to do an upload, right? Because if this is a PDF, you can upload it as well. If you would like to type it in, that's just a lot of copying and paste, but you absolutely can do that also. If you have any questions, you know to come see me, but otherwise, have a great time doing this, and I hope this video has helped you to understand central ideas and supporting details a little bit more.